Hi, Jacob. Thanks for sending your question. If we are going to be able to simplify this, we need two rules of logarithms. The first one has to do with what happens when we are dividing inside the argument of a logarithm. So if we're dividing inside the argument of a logarithm, we're allowed to separate the logarithm argument into two different arguments and separate that by subtraction. Notice we can also take this the other way if we want to. So if we have two logarithms with the same base separated by subtraction, we can also combine them into one logarithm where we just divide the arguments of the logarithms. The other rule that we're going to need is an exponential rule for logarithms. Basically, if we have an exponent in a logarithm argument, what we can do is just yank it out, stick it in front, and rewrite the logarithm as is without the exponent in there. Notice we can also take this other way as well. So if we have a constant in front of the logarithm, we can just go ahead and give that a home inside the argument of the logarithm as an exponent. So let's go ahead and make sense of this. So the first thing I need to do is deal with the exponents. It's very, very critical that you do it in that order. It looks like I'm multiplying this log base 3 of 6 by 3. Let's go ahead and get rid of this number by using this rule right here. So this simplifies to log base 3 of 24 minus log base 3 of 6 to the third. Notice I just put this 3 inside of the argument as an exponent. Now we're going to go ahead and simplify further using the other rule. It looks like I have two logarithms that have the same base and I'm subtracting. So I'm going to combine those into one logarithm as log base 3 of the first one divided by the second one. So this will be 24 over 6 to the third. I'm going to go ahead and simplify the argument of this logarithm. So it simplifies to log base 3 of 1/9. Let's go ahead and rewrite this as an exponential function so that we can see if we are capable of simplifying it any further. So let's set this equal to y. If I rewrite it as an exponential function, then 3 to the y equals 1/9. So 3 to the y equals 1/9. Let's see if we can guess what y is, just intuitively. I know that if I have 3 and I square it, I'm going to get 9. But I don't want 9 in the numerator. I want 9 in the denominator. That's okay. What I'm going to do is just stick a negative on this 2 so that my 9 goes on the bottom instead of on the top. So it looks like y is equal to -2. So this whole logarithm right here simplifies to -2. And that will be your final answer for this question. Thanks again for your question, Jacob, and I look forward to answering more of your questions using Snap Math in the future.